Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 261. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled if you came back. My name's Rob Hoback. Welcome to Daily Discipline, like for reals. Happy birthday, America. It is the 4th of July, and it's the day we celebrate our freedom, which, we're going to get right to it. Even though it's 4th of July, we still have to work a little bit. So first things first, still the realist, I'm also free. Yeah, right. I think we take that for granted because we live here in the United States and we're born into freedom. But then when you look around, oftentimes people then give their freedom back, right? And they become enslaved to other things. So here are some examples. Debt, right? We can become a slave to debt, often bad debt, right? Addictions, relationships, and if you're enslaved, right? If you don't feel free. And while it's different than it was a couple hundred years ago, it's still a thing. And so if you're not in a position where you feel like you're free or you're working towards your freedom, you got to get there, right? This morning I was reading an article about a guy he was a bank robber. He robbed over 30 banks up in the Pacific Northwest. As it turns out, you do the backstory, find out that this guy had hurt himself playing some sort of communal sport as a employee of Boeing, got prescribed Oxycontin, and 10 years later he's lost his job because he can't stay off he's a heroin addict, right? His family doctor gave him a prescription, and by the time he figured out that he was addicted, it was bad. So I know that several of us have gone through this, and it's awful watching it go down. And it's not just, it's not like there's an addiction to heroin. And I mean, people can be addicted to anything it's just bad. It's hard to watch. It's hard to go through it if you've ever been through it. So anyway, my plea after watching, because here's the other thing that's got me fired up right now. The state of Oklahoma is going after Johnson & Johnson, saying, look, you made 70% of the chemicals and all of this you're the kingpin. And it's cost the state of Oklahoma millions and millions of dollars, and thousands of people have lost their life over corporate greed. No two ways about it. It's been proven. One company has already agreed to pay $90 million or something. So anyway, my point is this, right? If you recognize that's where you're at, please get help. There's plenty of help available to any of us that need it. And if we wait for things to catch up to us, this guy's spending 10 years in jail. He's talking about by the time he gets out of jail, he's going to be my age, right? He will have lost his job. He doesn't have a career anymore. He owes $100,000 for the money that he robbed from those banks. And where does he start? So he waited, and he knew he waited until the authorities caught up with him, and then it would have been much better for him to get off on his own. And he knew it at the time. So anyway, enough of all that nonsense. I promised you yesterday, I was having a conversation with a dear friend, right? Do I want to do? Yeah, I don't. It doesn't even matter who it is. It's somebody who has a probably preteen or maybe early teens son who is going through a summer romance. Right? Did anybody else ever go through one of these? Because I had one when I lived in Normal, Illinois. Like the people all the way down at the end of our block, like the grandmother had her granddaughters from Texas come visit. Now this is in Central Illinois. So imagine if you're a little hillbilly farm kid and all of a sudden you meet this beautiful, looking back now, she's probably part Hispanic, long dark hair, tan skin, and an accent. And she thought I was awesome. I mean, it was amazing. Like I can remember not understanding why I was so excited to see this girl and confused. And of course I didn't talk to anybody, this, that. And my buddy's telling me about how his kid's going through the same thing. I'm like, oh. So here's my advice to you. His name's Aiden, right? Think of all the Aidens you know, it's probably not him, except for the one person who does know who it is. Aiden, listen to me, bro. Dude, tell her how you feel. Tell her that she makes you feel good and you know that this won't last forever. And kiss her. You'll never, ever regret that. I promise you. But make sure she's down first, right? And so from then, and this was around 4th of July, I can remember taking money that I had earned, and our date was to go downtown Normal, Illinois, we went to the arcade, and we watched videos. Like that was a thing. You would put money in a jukebox, and it would play a music video. And we spent my whole allowance of mowing grass doing it, and didn't regret it at all. It was awesome. And then a few years later, like I had my first girlfriend, right? And our family on 4th of July, we always drove to one of my uncle's house, and they had an above ground pool, and they had their life very similar to my life today, right? As I look back on it, and we thought they were rich, man. We were like, oh man, we're going over there. We're going to Uncle Merle's. Uncle Merle's rich, right? And so we would go down there, and it was just awesome, right? And air conditioning and HBO, like how rich people live. And so anyway, when I got that first girlfriend, she came with us, and she came out. And I mean, again, this is like a year or two after the girl from Texas. And she took her thing off, and she was in a bikini. And I thought I was going to die, right? Like I just thought I was going to die. And so, just all these great memories of a kid and 4th of July and just dumb shit. Life's great. If you just stop and reflect on the positives and all the beautiful memories that we have, there's a lot to be thankful for. At least there is for me. I'm sure there is for you. So Uncle Merle, if you see this, man, thanks for all the happy 4th of July's down at your time. If there's an Aiden watching, I'm telling you, bro, just tell that girl how awesome you think she is. Give her a kiss. You will remember that the rest of your life. With that, we're done. Hands up. Peace out. Have a great day. Happy birthday, America. Please don't hurt yourselves, right? Don't hurt yourselves. And when you get your freedom and your money, don't give it back. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye.